So as we wait for that, there's also another event that when it happens, we will cross over and bring you that is the launch of Ghana.gov account by the Vice President at the Banquet Hall of the Jubilee House. And then there's a joint press conference by the GJA, the Ghana Journalists Association, GEBA, Ghana Independent Broadcasters Association, PRINCPAG, that's the Private Newspaper Publishers Association in Ghana, and the Media Foundation for West Africa. They are going to be speaking on the issue of threats, particularly against our own Erastus Asare Donko, our correspondent in the Ashanti region, following his coverage of the Ejira incident, his subsequent appearance before the three-member committee, and the comments made by the Member of Parliament for Ascent Central, who also happens to chair the Defence and Interior Committee of Parliament, the call on the fact that Erastus should be beaten mercilessly. Right now, though, the Multimedia Group, operators of Joy News and other media outlets, filed a formal complaint at the police CID asking for investigation and protection for its journalist, Erastus Asare Donko, following threats issued by Ascent Central Member of Parliament, Kennedy Agyapong, against the life of Erastus. The company in the complaint cites the recent history of Kennedy Agyapong, Chairman of Parliament's Defence and Interior Committee, who made similar threats against another journalist, Ahmed Swale, who was killed later. A number of institutions, including the Presidency, Parliament, National Security, and the Office of the IGP, have been copied in the complaint. I will be sharing the full letter with you shortly, but I'll first bring you the remarks of Kennedy Agyapong, the call for Erastus to be beaten.
Now, this boy should be beaten seriously. It's so annoying. Some journalists answers Obama should beat the hell out of him. Me a president is be a boy with bad.
That was a certain Member of Parliament on live television making that call. Now, let's share the reaction of the Multimedia Group to the comments that we've just heard. And it's a formal complaint against Honorable Kennedy Agyapong for threats against the life of Erastus Asare Donko, a journalist at the Multimedia Group. That's how this is titled. The first point is that the attention of Multimedia Group Limited and its journalist Erastus Asare Donko has been drawn to life-threatening comments that Kennedy Agyapong, Member of Parliament for the Ascent Central constituency and the chairman of the Defence and Interior Committee of Parliament, has made about Erastus Asare Donko. Those comments were made on the Attitude program aired on July 9, 2021 on Net2 TV, the television station owned by Kennedy Agyapong, and the content of the program was streamed live and widely published on social media platforms. In the said video, a copy of which has been attached, the Honourable Member of Parliament is heard raining insults on Erastus Asare Donko. Honourable Agyapong also called for the serious beating of Erastus Asare Donko, asserted that we should, and that's a quote, we should beat the hell out of, unquote, Erastus Asare Donko, and threatened that if he were the president of Ghana, he would have ensured that Erastus Asare Donko is beaten mercilessly. The statement continues to say, Honourable Agyapong launched the above scathing attacks and threats on Erastus Asare Donko's life because of the journalistic work that the latter undertook during the recent shootings and killing incident at Ejira and his appearance before the Kingsley Kumsin Committee investigating the incident. And it says, you may recall that sometime in the recent past, Honourable Agyapong issued similar threats against Ahmed Swale, who at the time had undertaken some journalistic works. Ahmed Swale was later horribly killed, and we know where that ended. His killers are yet to be found. In the above circumstances, we wish to file this formal complaints of threats by Honourable Agyapong against the life of Erastus Asare Donko and request that this complaint is investigated and Erastus Asare Donko given the required protection. It ends by saying, having regard of the status of Honourable Kennedy Agyapong, the national security implications of the comments, and the lessons from the recent history of a similar comments, we are, by copies of this letter, informing the underlisted persons of the content herein We hope that the content of this letter will be given the urgent attention it deserves. Signed by General Manager Love FM and Insura FM, James Agla, and Kofi Edu Domfer, News Editor Love FM and Insura FM in Kumasi. And this was copied to the Chief of Staff, Office of the President, Jubilee House, Accra, the Speaker of Parliament, through the Clerk of Parliament, Parliament House, Accra. His Royal Majesty Otumfuo said to the Second Asante Hene, through the Chief of Staff, Mensha Palace, Kumasi, the Ashanti Regional Minister, Regional Coordinating Council Office in Kumasi, the Minister of National Security, Ministries Accra, the Minister of Interior, Ministries Accra, the Inspector General Police, National Police Headquarters Accra, and the Director of CID, National Police Headquarters Accra. Also copied to SHRASH, the Commission on Human Rights and Administrative Justice. Well, following the threats, though, we know that there's a joint media press conference. When that gets underway, we will certainly cross over and bring you content from there. We're still waiting, though, for the Ejura Committee to start sitting today, day 7. Committee hasn't started sitting yet. In the past couple of days, though, they've been sitting at exactly 10 a.m. So we'll wait and bring you that.